form of privacy, and there have been concerns of security of data that is transferred, collected, processed. And this is Actuarial Science Group 12. Our topic is privacy, ethics, and information security. And my name is Oladure.
My name is Olabi Jalila.
My name is Bello Aminatul YMC.
My name is Ebenezer Obigason.
My name is Afis Fauzia.
My name is Olajire Latif.
How do people determine the right course of action? What makes an action right or wrong? Many people try to do the right things, but many people cannot decide what is right or wrong. Ethics can be defined as a set of moral principles that humans use to judge what is right and wrong, and also use to set certain codes of conduct. There are two ethical frameworks. Number one is natural laws and rights. In this one, rules and laws are ethical or unethical based on how generally acceptable these rules are, regardless of the consequences that is attached to them. And the second one is utilitarianism. Rules and laws are ethical or unethical here based on their consequences. Ethical principles form the basis of laws, and because an action is legal does not mean it is ethical. So what are the rules of ethics in decision making? Number one, it changes the scope of effect. That is, it can amplify the consequence of an action. There was an instance of a congressman's staff who posted a video of him and other staff people eating and drinking in the office, claiming it was done on taxpayers' money. He got fired from work because posting on the internet increased the magnitude of the consequence from something of a smaller value to something of a bigger value. And secondly, it also helps in decision making. People think they can do whatever they like whenever they are in the online space. Thank you.
My name is Olabi Jalila. I'm an Actuarial Science 300 level, and I'm going to be talking on privacy. On a typical day, you might visit hundreds of websites, enter the thousands of search terms, download a free screensaver, collect dozens of cookies. Your profile on social media shows your profession, your hobbies, your friends, your family members. Information about many of your lives are on the internet. Your birth, your marriage, your home, your everything like that, your death are online, and you never know whose cell phone is silently capturing in a video then uploading on YouTube. But what is privacy? The United Nations identified privacy as a fundamental human right in 1999, but its definition still remains as in. Now, I'm going to be moving forward to privacy information privacy. Information privacy is a relationship between collections and dissemination of data, technology, the public expectation of privacy, and the legal and political issues surrounding them. It is also known as data privacy or data protection. Moving forward, I'm going to be talking about strategies to protect information privacy. First, we have creating strong passwords. When creating strong password, think beyond words or numbers that a cyber criminal could easily figure out. Choose combination between upper and lower case letter, number or symbol, and try changing them periodically. It is better to create a unique password instead of using the same password across multiple sites. Another one is don't overshare on social media. We all have that one friend that likes to post too many intimate details of their life online. Not only can it be annoying, it can also put the person's personal information at risk. Check your privacy settings so that you can see who is seeing your post and be cautious when posting them. The third one is consider additional protection. It is better for you to install antivirus software, anti-spyware software, and firewall. For additional protection, you may want to consider cyber insurance, which can keep you and your family safe from cyber attack. Why the organization implement surveillance? Having effective video surveillance system will help detect shoplifting and employers' theft, and it can also prove valuable when trying to document crimes and injury claims by customers and employers. Many of the never digital systems allow you to review your footage from a smartphone, even if you are not on site. Thank you.
My name is Bello Aminatul YMC. I'm a 300 level student of Actuarial Science. I'm here to talk about information ethics. We all know that information is the sharing and receiving on information from one person to another. But here we're talking about what an information ethic is. It is important for information ethic is important for managing information system, mostly on storage, transmission, and use of digitalized data. We have also know that there is one particular issue that is affecting information ethic, which is the intellectual property. First of all, I have to go ahead to define what an intellectual property is. It is an intangible asset such as music, writing works, movies, creative ideas, and other expressions of the human mind. Society have developed a copyright law, patents, and legal statute to protect intellectual property rights. So I'm going to be talking about the challenges that information ethic is facing. First of all is what we know as the intellectual property. It is important to protect intellectual property rights so as to make information possible. The second problem we have is what we call hacking. It is an act of identifying and exploiting weakness in a computer system or network, usually to gain unauthorized information or access to an organization data. The third one we have is plagiarism. When a person gets an idea from reading another person's work, then paraphrase it in a paper without crediting the source. Most people gain information from the internet and they don't actually give give the person that actually created that work. They don't give the person the credit. They own the credit by themselves, which is very wrong. The other one we have is spam. It means unsolicited messages sent to bulk to many people's different emails. So I'll be talking about ways of protecting intellectual property with technology and new business model. The first way of protecting intellectual property is using a digital rights management. Digital rights management refers to technologies that software developers, publishers, media companies, and other intellectual property owners use to control access to their digital content. It means when a publisher posts a particular information on the internet, they have this digital rights management in place in the sense that someone else cannot just copy the information without their permission. Also, we have what we call the plagiarism. This is a type of intellectual property theft that is mushroomed with online cut and paste. Most people go on the internet to just look for a particular information. Once they found it, they just copy and paste and use it for what they want to use it for. This plagiarism scandal were tarnished by some prominent authors. So in order to be able to put this in place, technologies are made available to track this kind of activities. It means when a person go on a particular website to copy a particular information,
Information security is a rapidly evolving field. The overview of information security has to do with assurance using both domestic and international standards from a management perspective. Consumers and businesses are increasingly dependent on complex multinational information systems, which is making it more imperative than ever to protect the confidentiality and integrity of data. The need for information technology is really important in achieving dependency, so it is best to take a practical approach to information security by using real-world examples. Thank you.
Bolaji Relati from the Department of Actual Science. I'm here to talk about information technology and information security management. Information technology has dramatically increased online business opportunities. However, this opportunity has actually make organizations to go faster. So, however, these opportunities has dramatically increased the number of people in an economy. So we have some factors, or let me say there are some strategies and some other things as in security management. We need some certain things you need to know by assessing in order to have good security management. We have the IT architecture, compliance, IT training, and other necessary things. However, assessing all this for security management to take place, you don't need to assess all this strategy in order to make sure we have a good security management. Thank you.
My name is Asis Fauzi. I'm an actual science student at the level, and I'm here to talk about the human elements in information ethics, security, and privacy. From what my colleagues have said so far, we all can subscribe to the fact that human behavior plays a vital role in anything that brings together ethics, security, and privacy. Now, the big question is, why is human behavior often the weakest links to ethics, security, and privacy? As we all know, the internet is growing so fast, and there are a lot of cyber criminals out there, hence humans falling prey to those with malicious intent. One of the weakest point is social engineering, which manipulates people into divulging confidential information. That is, by just clicking on a link, your accounts or your devices could be linked. Another human behavior which tends to exploit human tendencies is respect for authority. That is, by just putting on a uniform or a belt or a verbal hint that the president of a company needs something done, an intruder can easily gain access into the office equipment. A weak point is weak passwords, and I'm very sure this applies to almost everyone, because in the process of creating a password, we all want to create a password that we won't be able to forget. Then we tend to create a vulnerable password, and when a password is vulnerable, this makes it easy for an intruder to easily gain access into our devices or our accounts. Then there are so many other ways in which social engineering can exploit human tendencies. Now, my final question is, how can we counteract these weaknesses? One of the ways in which we can counteract this weakness is security awareness program, which should be created by organizations in order to keep the employees and the people informed on different ways, on other so many ways in which social engineering can exploit human tendencies. Another way in which we can counteract this weakness is we all should try as much as possible to be creating a secured passwords. Then the final one is the relationship between ethics, security, and privacy can also help counteract this weakness. Thank you. So thank you for riding with us. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from our topics, which is ethics, privacy, and information system. Thank you.